Hi! Let's deck the halls with a sneak peek into the 2017 Stampin' Up! Holiday Catalog. Today I'm going to demonstrate for you a Christmas card I designed using the new Carols of Christmas stamp set and the coordinating fabulous card front builder Thinlits dies. Welcome to StampingSmiles.com. I'm Shelley Godby, the owner and CEO of Stamping Smiles, and for 16 years I've been teaching others how to create their own hand-stamped smiles. So as I demonstrate for you my Carols of Christmas card, I'm going to show you a couple fun touches I added to step it up. And I'm going to share with you how you can get your hands on the Carols of Christmas bundle without needing to wait for the catalog to start on September 1st. Here's a closer view of the Carols of Christmas stamp set with the bold and beautiful greetings and then the coordinating card front builder Thinlits dies. What a pair these two are. There's just so much to say about them. Oh my goodness. So look, we've got ornaments with dies that you can cut them out. Then what, you could pop them up. Wouldn't it be awesome? And then you have, oh, I have a thing for poinsettias, these corners. Oh, that's going to be just so pretty. And of course a poinsettia to go with them. And look at this, a moon and a stars and the trees and the deer. So we're going to be able to use this for more than just Christmas. And then look at this die. We're going to make a beautiful border on our card. So we're going to be using that in the trees today, okay, along with the Deck the Halls. Now, the Carols of Christmas, the stamp set and the dies, well, they're available in a bundle in the 2017 Stampin' Up! Holiday Catalog that starts September 1st. But the good news is Stampin' Up! Is releasing these early for us. You can order them starting today, August 1st. You can get the bundle. You can get each of them separately, but oh my goodness, you're going to want the bundle, of course. So how cool is that? And so we need to start with a little bit of stamping because we are going to be die cutting with both of these. And I want to use the Deck the Halls. I thought, boy, I'd love to bring in some music into that. I thought, oh, look, I've got the sheet music stamp. So I can't read music. So in my mind, this is singing Deck the Halls. And if I do a birthday card, I'll think that's what it says too. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to incorporate that in with the two of these. And so we're going to start with some stamping. And what I have here is some basic black cardstock. But I'm going to put some white paper underneath me so we can see what I'm doing. And so I wanted to do the trees in black silhouette. I thought, oh, that'll be really pretty. But to incorporate the music into it, I decided to stamp the trees. But it'll be easier for me to stamp before I die cut. So I have here the Craft White stamping pad. And whenever I have a big stamp like this big background, I find it easier to turn it up, you know, the rubber side up. There we go. Let's open that pad, push flip, and let's give this a good inking. Oh, the white is going to be fantastic on the black. You know, and this was kind of accidental. I mean, I was working on this card, and it doesn't start at all like I planned to start with. And I had done the Craft White on the black. And then when I did the trees in it, I was like, oh, love it, love it, love it. Okay, we're going to leave it face up like this. It's easier for me. All right, and we're going to also use this as well. Because then, look, we can place it. Instead of trying to hover over it, we're going to place it. And I want it straight. That's why I was being careful. And then we'll put the paper over top. So now we can rub on it and get a really good image without getting our hands full of ink. So this piece of paper was doing some dual image or dual purpose for us, right? So you can see the black cardstock and then to rub. Okay, so when we take this off, it should be pretty well stamped. Oh, look at that. Isn't that fantastic? So now we're ready to do some die cutting. I got my Big Shot die cutting machine and the Big Shot platform that comes with the purchase of a Big Shot. And because we're going to be using a thin metal die, we need the thin die adapter also included. Okay, and so now, because we're going to be using an intricate die, we're going to be doing that border die, we're going to use the precision base plate. This is an additional purchase, but one I recommend, okay, whenever doing the intricate dies, and the writing side goes down. This is how we're building our sandwich. And then next we have Whisper White thick cardstock. Thick because we're going to be doing some watercoloring. So we're going to place that on there. And then we have this die. All right, and so I'm going to do the die cutting first. I thought, well, let me do my die cutting just in case I don't line these quite right up before doing the stamping and the watercoloring. And then to finish it, we need a cutting pad. And so do you see my placement of this? Because I cut this to 4 by 5 1/4. This is my card front, and this is working really well. It took me a little bit to get it, so I would recommend practicing on paper, but once you figure it out, you're just going to whip them out. Okay, so the rest of our sandwich is a cutting pad. Let's go ahead and crank this through. And then, you know, normally whenever I use a thinlits die, I back up. With this one, I found out I wasn't. I thought, well, that'd be a good idea to go ahead because I was concentrating on the next step. Okay, so look, that comes out so nice and easily. So then we're going to lay it right here. There we go. Is that looking about the same distance as we put it at the top? I think so. And so then our cutting pad again. I tried this with a magnetic platform thinking maybe I needed to hold it in place. It didn't cut as well. I really do recommend using the precision base plate. And after a couple trials on some scrap paper, I believe you'll be doing a really good job with this too. So look, take that off. And oh, isn't that fantastic? Well, it'll be a whole lot better when we poke that out. But while we're here, let's do some more die cutting. So we have our sheet music that we stamped on the basic black cardstock. And then our trees. Okay, here we go. Good, good, good. All right, and then our cutting pad again. And wow, this just really stepped them up. This is one of those fun things I told you that I did to dress up my card, you know, to step them up. And so there we go. And we've got music on our cards that, of course, right? Singing Deck the Halls. This tree popped right out, and this one needs a little bit of help. And so do you see these holes? These are little poke out holes. So we're just going, I have my paper piercing tool. We're just going to gently push through those to get them started, so then we can gently pull them out. Look at that. Okay, that was easy. Okay, looking good, looking good. Let me get that out of our way. And then our card front. And so let's just take the Big Shot die brush and brush over this to help all that pop out. There we go. And then I'm sure I'll be using the paper piercing tool again. Okay. Let's get all that foam mat. Look at this. Isn't that pretty? Oh my goodness. Never seen anything like this. Just so excited. All right, let's get that paper piercing tool. There we go. Doom, doom. Love my paper piercing tool. It's always at my side within reach. Use it for so many different things. Always picking it up and using it. Doot, doot, doot. Okay. And that star, my goodness, the detail in this is just fabulous. And look what a great job the precision base plate did. If you don't have one on your list, you really, or if you don't have it, you really want to get it on your list and get one. There we go. So, so pretty. Aha! So let me clean up this and then we're going to do some watercoloring. So we've got all the die cutting done. Now time to add some colors. Let me move these aside. And we're going to start with a Pacific Point Classic Stampin' Pad. We're going to add a wash for our greeting. So we're going to push the pad into the lid. And I find it easiest with the palm of my hand. There we go. Look at all that color in the lid. Fantastic. And you know what? I might as well go ahead and get this set up too. I'm going to also be using Bermuda base. Let's press that pad into the lid. Push, flip. There we go. It's opened up and ready for us. And I'm going to be using my favorite watercoloring tool ever, the Aqua Painter. And there are two different size tips. I'm using the largest tip. And I have a paper, well, napkin. And we're going to squeeze to get the water going. There we go. Now I'm all set. And we're going to come over here and pick up some Pacific Point. And look how easy. We're just going to scribble on some color. There we go. All right. So I want to change colors now. So let's go ahead and squeeze onto the napkin and wipe off that color. And let's go over here and pick up some Bermuda Bay. Great. There we go. So we just squeeze on some color. And that's it. That's how easy that is to do. Oh, let me show you how to put these away. We're going to flip. There we go, and click. And we've got our pads put up. Now I want to stamp right over top of this, so we need to let it dry, or I could use the heat tool on the first setting to dry the paper. That didn't take any time at all to dry, but I thought I'd mention why I cut my basic black cardstock to this size. That's because this is my August 2017 thank you card. For everyone who places their order with me, I'm going to send them one of these cards. And so I cut it where it was large enough that I could do enough for 2 cards in one inking. And I also mentioned that it was easier to do the cardstock first. Well, here's why. You saw how easy it was for us to lay this on here and make sure we had it straight. That's going to be a lot easier than, say, we die cut all over the trees and then try to lay them on there. Look, we're getting full of ink already just trying to lay it on straight. So just a lot easier to go ahead and do a big piece. Okay, now we're ready to stamp with our Deck the Halls stamp. Here we go. And we're going to use the basic black archival stamping pad, push, flip, and lock that lid into place. And let's go ahead and give this a good inking. All right. And it's a habit of mine to turn it over to make sure it's inked well. And there's a good reason, another reason why to do that, because just real recently there was something on there, a piece of paper. Oh, and that was going to cause a void, so I was able to take it off and then, you know, re-ink it. All right, so we're going to stamp this right here in the middle of our watercoloring. And this is a nice bold image, so let's hold it down a little bit extra long, make sure we get a nice deep and dark image. Oh, look at that. That is fantastic. Okay, so let's close that and get that out of our way. Now wait until you see, look, when we put it on some Bermuda Bay cardstock, that color peeking through. Isn't that great? So we're going to go ahead and use some fast fuse adhesive. And I use the Whisper White Thick, I said, because we're watercoloring, because look how little we have of warping. I'm going to put down some extra adhesive. Normally I'd say an inch in each corner. That wasn't that much more. That's going to help it lay nice and flat because of the watercoloring. Okay. And that fast fuse adhesive, what a great hold it has. So are we on there? All good and centered. Oh, there we go. We are looking oh so sharp. And now for those trees that we stamped and die cut, we're going to go ahead and use the fast fuse again. Okay, here we go. We're going to place these right about there. How's that looking? Okay, looking good. And this one I want to go up further, but we're going to pop it up with Stampin Dimensionals. So I've got these right here. Let's get one of these up. These foam adhesive dots. Boy, they can really stuff up your card. Okay, so I want another one. And if I use these, I need to either trim it down with my paper snips, or look what we have now, mini Stampin Dimensionals. Look how cute these are. I think they should be called baby Stampin Dimensionals personally, but look, just the right size to fit in here to give it some lift up there too. Okay, so we got that backing off. We're going to fill this in. Oh, look at that. Looking good. Here we go. Liking that. Once I'm happy with my placement, then I press everything down. And then I told you a couple little fun touches. We've got a couple more. I have here the Rhinestone Basic Jewels. Ooh, that would be pretty on our trees, but I wanted them colored. So what I have here is a Sharpie marker. This is part of a set of 24 that I found, and you should be able to find these probably in just about any discount store or, you know, around you. If not, I'll have a link to where I picked mine up. Okay, so what we're going to do, this is just really stinking cool. We're going to color them. Look at the rhinestones. And it just dries right away. It dries really quickly. Well, maybe not instantly, but really quickly. Okay, so let's just go ahead and color that. There we go. And isn't that a nice match to the Bermuda Bay? And so I'm going to pick it up using my paper piercing tool. Makes it a lot easier. Get up and underneath. Let's go ahead and just place these at different parts on the tree. There we go. Come up here. There we go. And how about our last one? Oh, about there. So I just thought, well, we'll just scatter them around. That looks good. And then for a finishing touch, I have some of the basic black baker's twine. It's black and white. And I thought, oh, that'll go so well with our card. Tied a tiny little bow. So now we need to attach that. What we're going to do is use a mini glue dot. All right, so let's take these out. And now that glue dot's bigger than my bow. So I've got my paper piercing tool. We're going to roll this up. Okay, make that a lot smaller because we don't want adhesive sticking anywhere else. Okay, I usually try not to touch them, but with that I needed to. We're going to add a little bow to this one that's popped up. And there we go. A couple fun touches that really did step up and dress up my card, my Carols of Christmas card. If you'd like to make my Carols of Christmas card, all the supplies are listed under the video and available to order now in my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. And that includes the fabulous Carols of Christmas bundle. You get to order it now. And when you place your August 2017 Stampin' Up! Order with me, I'm going to send you one of my Carols of Christmas cards to say thank you. If you'd like the measurements for my Carols of Christmas card, well, there's a link under the video to the blog post with them. So get on over now to my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com, to order the Carols of Christmas bundle. I'm Shelley Godby, teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles. Thanks for watching.